I'm William Spurgeon Noakes Jr., and I'm a candidate for mayor of the city of Detroit. And I want to talk to you today about the subject of mediocrity. I've just come from attending service at the Shrine of the Black Madonna. It's the 50th anniversary of the shrine. It's the 50th anniversary of the unveiling of the Black Madonna. Bishop Albert Clegg, who founded the Shrine of the Black Madonna, had something that he wanted us to hear. In particular, he wanted the African American community of Detroit to hear, and that is that we have a call to greatness that we've ignored for far too long. There's been a call to greatness on us that dates back to the time of Christ, and he wanted us to recognize that. We are great. We have been great. We can be great. And that greatness showed up in the fact that within a very short time after the 1967 founding of the Shrine of the Black Madonna, Coleman Alexander Young was elected mayor of the city of Detroit. The first African American elected mayor of a city of more than 1 million people. But it seems that in the intervening years, the 50 years since then, we've fallen into a pattern of mediocrity. Indeed, we've been mired in mediocrity here in Detroit. Occasionally, we would see glimmers of greatness, but for the most part, we've been mired in mediocrity. We see it in our public schools, where less than 70% of high school students graduate from the public schools. We see it in our politicians, many of whom have either gone to jail or face the potential of going to jail. We see it each and every day when we look around and see that Detroit has the highest poverty rate of any major city. We see that mediocrity when we realize that 50 years ago, Detroit was one of the top 5 cities in population in the United States. It now has fallen out of the top 20. Indeed, the city of El Paso, Texas, ranks ahead of the city of Detroit. Mediocrity. And I'm suggesting to you, the voters of the city of Detroit, that we've had enough of mediocrity. I know I have. The question is, have you had enough of mediocrity? And if you have, and if you are called to greatness and you want greatness in your political leaders, then I suggest you should consider me and vote for me. If you want continued mediocrity, I don't want your vote. I don't need your vote. Because if you want continued mediocrity, there are mediocre men and women out there who would be more than happy to have your vote. Isn't it time we had a change? Isn't it time we sought greatness? Isn't it time we recalled the lessons of those who've gone before us, somebody like Bishop Albert Clegg, and recognize that we can be greater than we are? And that's why for the city of Detroit, I have greater expectations. That's why for the politicians of this city, I have greater expectations. That's why for the people of this city, I have greater expectations. That's why for me, I have greater expectations. And if we work together, we can have a greater Detroit. Thank you.